In this video, I will show you how to import the model into Unity and how to import that to Sketchfab as well. So first of all, let's make the Unity session here. So what we will do just to import the asset, so we will just go into here, our source files, and we will search for the export here folder that we did export the high poly and the low poly here. So what we will do, we will just take the low poly.obj and the low poly.mtl. We will take both at once and we will just click and drag this into Unity. It's important to take the MTL as well, because if you don't take it, you will not have the informations of material that we have here. You can see here that if I click on the OBJ here, I have the information of Canon Metal and Paint. And if you don't take the MTL with it, it will not take this information. So it's just good to know in case you don't know that. Then after here, just go into the source files again, and we will go into the export texture set that we did from Substance Painter, and there what we have is the blue set or the camo set, whatever. Here I will take the camo set for change a little, and I will just click and drag the entire folder. So it will take a little while, a little time until Unity takes this, and when it did finish to import that, we will be ready to work with this. So the first thing we'll have to do with this model, you can see that if I just click and drag the model here and go inside the model over there and go into the default model here, you have a paint shader and a Canon Metal shader. By default here it's not activated, it's just gray, and you cannot change everything. You don't have the possibility to change that. So if you want to do that, you just have to go into your low poly here, just select that one, go into by default should be here the model, go into the materials section here and go to extract materials. It will ask you where to extract its materials, so export in the materials, extract in the materials folder. You select this folder, and like this now it should be better, and you should have the possibility now to edit your maps as you want. Okay, so we have both shaders, Canon Metal and Canon Paint here, and we just have to add the textures, the right texture into the right map here. Into the map here. So just go into the albedo, click on that, and here it's the Canon Metal, so we want the Canon Metal here color. Okay, so just double click on that and it should come. You see that you have the result here. For the metallic, we'll do more or less the same. Click on that, go into Canon Metallic. Where is that one? Is it this one? Mix AO metallic, it's that one. Okay, double click and we have it. We will manage the smoothness as well, because here we have something with it's not with roughness that we'll manage that, it's smoothness into Unity. So you can just click and drag this to have something a little more raw, let's say. Okay, so something around there, it's okay, it's good. Then we have the normal map. Then we click into the normal map here and we select the Canon Metal normal map, double click on that, and nice details should come now into your model as well. Okay, then you have the height map, will not touch. We will just here select the occlusion map, so it will be the ambient occlusion here, mixed AO. Just double click on that again, it will add more shadows into it. And the last one is the emission that you just have to enable to work, and then you just choose the color map of the emission. Just double click and you have an emission here that you can manage here. So that's it, not complicated for the metal material, and we will make exactly the same for the shader paint. Okay, and let's go and choose the right albedo. Double click on that. Same for metallic here. Okay, same for the smoothness, that we will just put down a little, just like this, not that much. Same for the normal map as well, this one. Okay, and then you will have the nice details everywhere. And again, the same here for occlusion, should be that one. Okay, and the same here for, you can see that you can just click and drag to add more occlusion or less occlusion. So yeah, just like that, it's good. And the same for the emission, just have to enable it and select here the emission map that is here. Okay, double click on that, and now you should have your model with the lights and everything ready to work with. Okay, so not really complicated to import this in Unity. You can just manage this after how you want, and use it as a model in Unity. Now, for sure, this model is a little too much high poly. Maybe it will be good maybe to decrease some details for this kind of game, and to decrease the size, especially of the textures. Here I did just put 4096, that for a gun into a video game it's totally crazy. Let's be clear, so usually it should be 1024, maybe 2048, but not more. Okay, so in case you want to really work for game engines, you don't export 4096 just for this kind of little object. Maybe for a full character, yeah, it will make sense, but not only for a weapon like that. So that's it. Now let's go for here, Sketchfab. Okay, so we have Sketchfab. I will just make an upload here, and it will be more or less the same kind of system. So I will just go there into my export here, over there. So I have my export section over here, and I will just click and drag the low poly MTL and OBJ here. Okay, and then I just continue. So I have my rifle low poly that is here. I just can rename it or whatever. We will just keep like this. I will continue, and normally you should have something like that. Okay, then you will go into the 3D settings, and we will have some little things to manage until we have something good to show. So it will be again the textures that we will have to import. So here we have the lighting, the materials, the post-processing filters. We will see a little all of that. Not animation, we don't have to manage that, not annotations, but at least, yeah, just these 3 layers, there's 3 tabs here. So first, let's go into the materials. You can see that you can choose the material that you want to manage in case you need. So here it will be the Canon metal, and you will work here with metalness workflow. And so yeah, after you just have to click on that, go into a texture and import textures. Okay, then we have the textures into the source files again. I will go into the textures that we did export together. Okay, and maybe this time we will take the blue set. So what I will do, first of all, I will take everything and I import everyone. Like this, I'm sure that I will have everyone available there and can use it where I need. Okay, then after here I'm choosing for this texture that will be the Canon metal base color, and we have it over here. Okay, and yeah, we have it. So it's good, it's here. Let's continue for the metalness. Choose texture. So now all the textures are here and it will be easier to manage like that. So it will be the Canon metallic here. Perfect. For the specular, we have nothing to change here. Because if I would just want the roughness over there. Yeah, the roughness is here. So it's not the glossiness, the roughness. And I will choose the texture again, Canon metal roughness. Thank you, it's here. Okay, so now it starts to look good already. I would like to enable as well the normal map. I would just enable it with on here and then choose the normal map. Okay, so I choose the right texture. It will be Canon metal normal map OpenGL. Okay, and maybe in some cases you can just disable the flip green here. I think for this case it makes sense. Just turn around your model and see if the details appear good, like for example here, the little screws. If you see that it appears a little strangely, so just disable that. For me, yeah, I had better results with this. Then subsurface, we don't have ambient occlusion, we can enable it and use the ambient occlusion map. Okay, so where is it? Mixed AO, good. And then what else? The opacity, the emission for sure. We will have some emission to manage. It will be a texture and we will choose the texture as well. Okay, and it will work like that. You can even manage the emission like this, and maybe I will put it on 5. It will be good like this, and I will do exactly the same for the here the paint, and I will choose the right textures everywhere. So for this one it will be the paint base color. Okay, then the no specular. Into the metalness here we will choose this one. Okay, then we have here the roughness, so we enable roughness and choose this one as well. Okay, the same way we will go into normal map and here enable it. We choose a normal map, we just select our texture and we just flip green. We disable that, and like this we'll have a better result. And here again into the emission you go into the texture and choose the right one. Where is it? Over there. Okay, we have the light. We enable this a little more strong, and the ambient occlusion as well. I did forget that one. Here. Okay, where is it? Over there. Good. So now you have everything down and ready to use for the model, at least. Nothing more to add. What is good with Sketchfab is that first of all, it's really a good way to share your models with customers or whatever, so really don't hesitate to use it. But it has some little effects, post effects, that are really interesting. First of all, you can choose your lighting if you need. Okay, so you can add, for example, a ground shadow here. Yeah, maybe you can change the height a little just to put it a little over there. You have the size of the size of the shadow catcher. You have the intensity of it if you want something strong, the border fade if needed. You can, yeah, just play with this a little just to add more realism. You can play with the environment lighting as well. By default it's an industrial room, but you have a lot available there, like a studio, or for example this one. Yeah, a lot of possible things to manage with that. I will not go into create too much crazy things. For the lighting, the one by default, it's quite good actually. So I will come back here into the, where is it? It's not here anymore. the industrial room like that. It makes, yeah, usually a good result. You can manage the orientation of it, just to change the lighting a little. So over there, it's good for me. You can change the brightness, the light intensity, everything is available here. And yeah, it's a very good thing. Just imagine that it's online directly and you can play with that. It's really good. Now let's come back here into the post-processing filters. We can enable the space, screen, reflections to have a little more details. On reflections, it's not mandatory, but it can be good. SSAO, no. Grain, no. Depth of field, definitely no. We don't have. We have only one object, so it doesn't. It's not interesting to manage. Sharpness can be good. You can have a little more kind of details into your object just by put a little of sharpness. Maybe we can just put it at 0.1 if possible. Not that much. So before, after, yeah, a little sharper. I like that. We can manage here the vignette as well to have a nice vignette around. You can manage it here if you want. You can change the bloom if needed to have a little more, yeah, kind of nice bloom around the light source. So maybe I will just manage the threshold a little. I will come back to this after maybe, because I would like for the background to have something darker. Where is the background already? Here in the scene. Field of view, wireframe, background here. So I would like just to have something dark. Yeah, you can even add your own image if you want, but like for example, yeah, a texture, a grunge texture could be good here. But yeah, just already something a little dark will help us to see a little more our model. So now it's good to manage here the bloom with the threshold, because we don't want that much bloom. So something around here, and yeah, you can manage the radius as well. Okay, so that's it. You can do some color balance if you want, manage the shadows, the highlights, the midtones. Very lot of features here. So yeah, I really like to work with that. It's easy, it's online, just you can share after. So yeah, don't hesitate to use it. So that's it for the importing in Unity and Sketchfab video. The next video will be the last video of this training, and I will show you how I did the bonus files I provide into this video. So it will just be an introducing of these two files and show you how it works in case you want to import this into your own project.